Beloved soul, welcome back to Sacred Echoes 1. I'm so grateful that you're here today. And I know this is not by coincidence. You didn't stumble across this video by chance. Your angels led you here because there is something you need to hear right now. The message today carries a powerful revelation from heaven about your special person, the one your heart has been praying about, wondering about, and waiting to understand. The angels are saying, the truth is ready to be revealed. Before we go any further, I want you to take a moment to prepare your heart to receive. Type in the comments right now, I receive. That small act of faith opens the door for heaven to speak directly to you through this message. You see, when you type those words, you're not just interacting, you're making a spiritual declaration. You're saying, I'm ready to know the truth. I'm ready to see what God has been trying to show me. Now take a deep breath, beloved. The angels are standing close. Their presence is gentle but strong, wrapping around you like peace. They're saying that today, a layer of confusion is about to be lifted. You've been sensing something about your special person, a pull, an emotional connection, a deep knowing. But you've also been wrestling with uncertainty. You've been asking heaven questions in your heart. Are they truly the one? Why do I feel so connected yet so distant? Why can't I move on even when I try? The angels say this message is your answer. What's hidden in the dark is about to come to light, not to hurt you, but to free you. Because clarity brings peace, and peace is the sign of divine truth. Before we uncover what heaven wants you to know, let's ground ourselves in the Word. In John 8:32, Jesus said, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." That means real love, divine love, is never built on illusions or half-truths. It's built on revelation. And this is the season of revelation for you. The angels are saying that your special person, the one who lives in your heart, whether they are near or distant, has been part of your divine story all along. But what you don't see clearly yet is that both of you are being refined through this connection. You're not being punished by the delay. You're being prepared for divine alignment. Sometimes, God keeps certain truths hidden until your heart is strong enough to handle them. Sometimes what looks like distance or confusion is actually divine protection. Because if the truth had been revealed earlier, you might have acted from emotion instead of wisdom. But now, you're ready to see what's really happening beneath the surface. The angels say that your special person feels your energy more than they admit. You cross their mind more often than you know. They dream about you, they sense your prayers, and even in silence, they feel your love reaching them. Yet they're also caught in a spiritual struggle between what they feel and what they understand. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world." What this means is that sometimes your connection isn't being blocked by their unwillingness, it's being tested by spiritual resistance. The enemy loves to sow confusion in divine connections, because when two souls are destined by God, their unity carries purpose. Your connection is not just emotional. It's spiritual. The shocking truth that heaven wants you to understand today is this: your special person is not ignoring you, they're awakening. They've been running, not from you, but from the reflection of their own unhealed self that they see in you. You mirror something powerful to them: love, light, truth, and it stirs up everything inside them that still needs healing. You remind them of who they're called to become. And that can be both comforting and terrifying for a soul still learning to walk in faith. Proverbs 27:19 says, "As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart." You have been a divine mirror to this person. Your kindness, your patience, your faith, your love, they've seen God's reflection through you. Even if they've walked away, even if they've chosen silence, the impression of your spirit remains with them. They can't forget you because your presence awakened something inside of them that no one else could. But here's where heaven wants to open your eyes. The angels say that this connection is not about waiting in pain, but about walking in peace. The truth about your special person is that God is still working on their heart. They love you, but they are afraid of the magnitude of that love. They sense that you're not like anyone else, and that realization has forced them to face parts of themselves they've long avoided. Psalm 139:23-24 says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." That's exactly what your special person is going through. God is searching them, healing them, and leading them toward maturity so that when they return, and they will, they'll be ready to love you the way heaven intended. The angels say you've been asking, if this connection is divine, why is it so hard? And the answer is that divine connections require divine timing. God doesn't unite two souls when it's convenient. He unites them when it's holy. What you see as delay is actually development. Both of you are being strengthened for the blessing. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." That means no matter how long it seems to take, what's meant for you cannot pass you by. Your connection may be quiet now, but heaven is active. The angels are orchestrating moments, aligning encounters, and preparing hearts behind the scenes. You may not see it, but it's happening. Beloved, the angels are also revealing something powerful. Your special person is experiencing conviction. They are being reminded of you in ways they cannot explain. Random memories, songs, dreams, even phrases that sound like your voice. These are all signs that heaven is trying to awaken their soul. It's not your job to chase. It's your calling to stay faithful. In this time, the angels urge you to focus on becoming rather than waiting. Because the truth is, your special person is evolving to match the frequency of your faith. The more you heal, the more they awaken. The more you trust, the more heaven aligns you both. Love is not being withheld. It's being prepared. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose." That includes the silence, the distance, and the uncertainty. It all has a purpose, to refine both of your hearts until they can hold divine love without breaking. Now, here's something the angels want you to understand deeply. Your special person is not your savior. They are not meant to complete you, because you are already whole in God. They are meant to complement the divine purpose that's already alive in you. That's why God has been developing your strength, your faith, and your identity. Because when this love finally manifests, it will not be a love of dependency, but a love of partnership. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 reminds us, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." That's what heaven is building, a love that lifts, not drains. A connection that strengthens, not confuses. A partnership that glorifies God, not the ego. Beloved soul, the shocking truth about your special person is that they already know, deep down, they know you're different. They may not have the words for it yet, but their soul recognizes yours. They feel the connection, even if they can't explain it. They're drawn to you, even when they try to resist. Their silence is not rejection. It's reflection. The angels say that in quiet moments, they replay memories of you. They question why they can't shake the feeling that you are meant to be part of their journey. Some nights, they pray for clarity, and your name crosses their mind. That's not coincidence. That's divine orchestration. Matthew 19:6 says, "Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate." Nothing, not distance, not confusion, not fear, can break what heaven has sealed. This connection may go through silence, but it will not be destroyed. The bond is spiritual, not situational. Now the angels are asking you to do something sacred. Release the need to control the timing. Because when you try to force revelation, you step out of alignment. But when you surrender, heaven moves faster. God is not asking you to chase. He's asking you to trust. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." This is your reminder. Divine love doesn't need to be chased. It needs to be aligned with. When you stay in faith, God makes the path clear. Beloved, the angels want to comfort you in this. Your special person is being divinely guided back toward you, but in a way that honors both of your spiritual maturity. The time apart isn't a punishment, it's preparation. And when this person finally returns, they won't just come back with words, they'll come back transformed. Right now, they're being tested in private. God is allowing them to see what life feels like without the peace you brought. They're realizing that every other connection lacks the depth that your spirit carries. The angels say they're learning through absence what they couldn't appreciate in presence. Beloved soul, the angels are saying that before your special person can step forward, something sacred is taking place deep within them. You may not see it with your eyes, but their spirit is awakening in silence. There's a transformation happening behind the scenes, and it's one that heaven wants you to understand. This is not a simple change. This is a spiritual rebirth that your special person has been going through a season of divine correction. They've been learning through experience, through loss, and through reflection. The angels say they've been facing their own mirror, not the one they show to the world, but the one that reveals who they truly are inside. God is showing them the places where pride stood in the way, where fear silenced their truth, and where avoidance replaced faith. Psalm 51:10 says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." That's the prayer heaven has placed on their heart, even if they don't have the words for it yet. The angels are whispering to them daily, nudging them toward repentance, humility, and healing. And though it may look quiet on the outside, there is deep movement in their spirit. You've probably felt this shift too, moments where you suddenly think of them, or feel their energy more strongly than usual. That's not imagination. That's a sign of their spiritual awakening syncing with your spirit. Divine connections are bound not by time, but by spirit. When one begins to rise, the other feels it. When one prays, the other receives strength. You are connected beyond distance. This season, beloved, is sacred for both of you. The angels are saying that God is using this separation to bring clarity and healing. Your special person needed time to confront what they've been running from, not you, but themselves. They're being shown that love is not about control or comfort, but about truth and responsibility. They're realizing that divine love isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." The wilderness they're walking through right now is not punishment, it's purification. God is clearing the clutter from their heart, removing the distractions that once blinded them to what truly matters. The shocking truth that the angels want you to understand is that this person has known from the beginning that your connection is different. Even when they didn't act on it, even when they tried to ignore it, something inside them always recognized that your presence carried peace. But instead of resting in that peace, they chose what was familiar, what felt easier, because true love often requires transformation. For a long time, they weren't ready to face the version of themselves that your love reflected. You see, divine love is like light. It illuminates everything it touches. And when someone isn't ready to see their own shadows, they may turn away from the light that exposes them. But the angels are saying that running no longer brings relief. The more they try to escape this connection, the more God pulls them back to it, not to torment them, but to transform them. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Your person thought they could plan their life according to comfort, but God has other plans. He's rerouting their path toward truth, and you, beloved, are part of that truth. The angels want you to know that they've been receiving divine messages about you too. It may come through dreams, through conversations that remind them of you, or even through random coincidences that feel too intentional to ignore. God is communicating to them through signs, just like He has with you. The difference now is that they're beginning to pay attention. They're being reminded of how you made them feel peaceful, safe, accepted. They're realizing that the connection they had with you was not just emotional, but spiritual. And this realization is creating restlessness within them. They can no longer find contentment in shallow connections or temporary distractions. What once entertained them now feels empty. The world no longer satisfies them because their soul has tasted something eternal. The angels are showing that you're special. Person has moments of quiet reflection where they think about reaching out, about making things right, about telling you what they never said. But each time, fear creeps in. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, fear of not being enough. Yet heaven is working on that fear. God is gently teaching them that fear cannot live where love dwells. 1 John 4:18 says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear." This is what God is doing, driving out fear layer by layer until they're ready to step into faith. They are learning that the kind of love that lasts forever requires courage, the courage to heal, to grow, and to surrender control. Beloved, your angels want you to stay encouraged in this process. Even though it feels slow, it's intentional. You may be tempted to think that nothing is happening, but in the spiritual realm, everything is moving. God is aligning timing, healing hearts, and creating divine encounters that will bring you back into each other's orbit. The truth about your special person is that they're not lost, they're being led. Every detour, every delay, every quiet moment is part of their awakening. They're being shown what love really means. They're learning to love from a place of peace, not fear. They're realizing that they can't truly experience joy until they walk in authenticity, and authenticity leads them back to you. Beloved are their mirror of truth. When they think of you, they feel a sense of conviction and inspiration at the same time. They're drawn to your strength, your faith, your kindness. The angels say they admire how you continue to shine even when you're unsure. You're teaching them, even from afar, what real spiritual maturity looks like. Right now, they're being humbled. They're learning that love is not earned through performance, it's received through grace. And that's what you've been showing them all along, unconditional grace. You didn't demand perfection. You offered understanding. You didn't chase. You prayed. You didn't beg for attention. You stayed faithful to your own growth. And because of that, heaven has taken notice. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you." This is the key to your next chapter. As long as you keep God first, everything that's meant for you, including this connection, will come together naturally. The angels are saying that soon, there will be a divine shift. Your special person is being guided toward an act of courage, a confession, a message, or an encounter that will bring clarity. Heaven is working to bring truth into the open. And when it happens, it will not be forced. It will flow with peace. This person is realizing that silence has become unbearable. They miss the sound of your voice, the way your words carried warmth, the way your presence brought stillness to their chaos. They miss not just the connection, but the person they were when they were with you, because you awakened the best version of them. Philippians 1-6 says, "Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus." That means God is not finished with your story yet. What He began between you and your special person will not fade into nothing. It's being rewritten in divine order, with maturity, faith, and clarity at the center. The angels want to remind you that your role now is not to chase the revelation, but to prepare for it. Keep nurturing your spirit. Keep praying for their growth. Keep living your life fully, knowing that what's meant for you will recognize you when the time comes. You are not waiting in vain. You are waiting with purpose. Every day that passes draws you closer to divine fulfillment. Your patience is planting the seeds of peace that will become the foundation of your future union. And beloved, when this person comes forward, when they finally speak their truth, the angels say you will feel divine confirmation in your spirit. You won't need to ask anyone for validation. You'll simply know. The peace will tell you. The same peace you've been cultivating during this season will greet you in their words and actions. Psalm 37:4-5 says, "Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. That's what heaven is doing right now, bringing your heart's desire to pass in God's perfect timing. Beloved, I want you to take this moment right now and declare in faith, "I trust God's timing." Type it below. Say it aloud and feel the peace that follows. Heaven moves when faith is spoken. Your declaration opens the spiritual door for divine alignment to accelerate. If this message has spoken to your heart today, please like this video so others can find the same peace and clarity that you found here. There are so many souls searching for truth, and your engagement helps them hear this message too. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss another divine message. Each one is filled with guidance, comfort, and spiritual truth to help you walk in faith, not fear. Stay with me, beloved, because in the next part, we'll go even deeper into what the angels are revealing about your special person's next move, the steps they're being guided to take, and how you'll recognize when the shift is happening in real time. Heaven is preparing you for a powerful breakthrough, and this message is leading you there. Beloved soul, the angels are saying now that the next part of your story is already unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. The transformation within your special person has reached a turning point. The stillness you've been feeling lately isn't emptiness, it's anticipation. Heaven is preparing both of you for a divine move that will soon reveal everything you've been praying about. Your special person is being divinely guided to take action. This isn't about impulse or human emotion. This is about spiritual alignment. For a long time, they've been held back by fear, confusion, or pride. They've built walls around their heart because they didn't understand that love, real, divine love, requires vulnerability. But now, those walls are starting to crack. The light is breaking through. The angels say that in the stillness of their nights, God has been speaking directly to them. There have been moments where they felt convicted, realizing how their choices or silence affected not just you but themselves. They've been feeling a sense of longing they can't explain, a deep ache in their soul that won't leave, no matter how much they try to distract themselves. That ache is not punishment. It's divine awakening. Heaven is reminding them of where their peace truly belongs. Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." Your special person has been receiving divine instruction in quiet ways through dreams, through people they meet, through lessons that humble them. God is gently showing them that running from love is running from His blessing. The angels are saying that your special person is beginning to surrender to this truth. They've spent so long trying to control their emotions, but now they're learning that control is not the same as peace. Control comes from fear, but peace comes from surrender. And your person is realizing that the only way to find peace again is to make things right with God. And with you, the angels want you to know that this next move, the one that will surprise you, won't come from a place of guilt or desperation. It will come from divine courage. They will be guided to speak their truth with a softened heart. God is preparing their words even now. They're learning how to approach you not with ego, but with humility. The angels say they will be moved to reach out in a way that shows maturity, not confusion. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Heaven is strengthening your person for this exact purpose. They've been asking for a sign, and the sign is coming through conviction, a moment that will make them realize that delaying truth is delaying destiny. Beloved, the angels also want to prepare your heart for this encounter. When this person finally comes forward, it may happen unexpectedly. You may receive a message, a call, or a chance meeting that feels divinely timed. Don't be surprised when it feels familiar, as if heaven itself arranged every detail, because it did. The energy will be gentle yet powerful, and you will know that this moment is not coincidence. The angels say that this interaction will carry peace, not pressure. You'll feel it in your spirit immediately. The words may be simple, but the presence behind them will feel sacred. Your person won't need grand gestures. Their sincerity will speak louder than any action could. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here." This is what's happening with your special person. They're becoming new. Their heart, once guarded, is learning to open. Their mind, once clouded, is learning to trust. Their soul, once restless, is learning to rest in God's plan. And this renewal will lead them straight to you. But the angels also want you to understand something deeply spiritual. This connection isn't just about romance, it's about purpose. Together, you and this person have a higher calling. Your love carries energy that heals not only you both, but also others around you. That's why the enemy tried so hard to keep you apart. But heaven is declaring now that the delay is over. Romans 8:31 says, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" Nothing and no one can block what heaven has ordained. Not distance, not doubt, not even time itself. The same divine force that brought your souls together once will do it again. But this time with purpose and permanence. Your special person's next move may come with words like, "I've been thinking about you," or "I never stopped caring." Don't dismiss the simplicity of these words. The angels are saying that even a few words will carry immense spiritual weight. This is not about rehearsed phrases, it's about a soul trying to reconnect with what feels like home. You'll notice that their energy will feel different, lighter, more grounded, more genuine. They won't approach you out of loneliness or confusion. They'll approach you with intention. Heaven has been shaping them for this moment, ensuring that when they return ready. Ephesians 4:2-3 reminds us, "Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." The angels say that this will be your guiding verse when the reunion happens. Patience, humility, and peace will be your strength. But before this divine moment takes place, the angels are also asking you to release any lingering resentment or hurt. You cannot receive the new if your hands are still holding the old. Whatever pain this person caused, whatever silence they kept, let it be lifted from your heart. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from what's been weighing you down. Colossians 3:13 says, "Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you." The moment you release your pain, you make space for divine restoration. The angels are saying that forgiveness is the final key that unlocks what's been waiting for you. Now, I know you've waited for a long time. You've questioned if your prayers were heard. You've wondered if maybe you imagined this connection. But beloved, heaven wants you to know you didn't imagine it. You felt it because it was real. And God doesn't give you a connection that's strong only to leave you empty. He finishes what he starts. Philippians 1:6 says again, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." That includes this love story. That includes the healing, the understanding, and the union that's coming. Nothing is wasted. Even the heartbreak was part of the preparation. The angels are saying that very soon. You will begin to see synchronicities increase again, numbers, symbols, repeated songs, or words that remind you of this person. These are heaven's way of saying, the time is near. Each sign is confirmation that movement is happening in the unseen. The moment your person makes their move, you will feel peace rush through your spirit. The angels will surround that moment, confirming that what's happening is divinely timed. There will be no need to question it. Peace itself will be your proof. Beloved, the angels want you to stay open, but anchored in faith. Don't look back with pain or forward with fear. Stand in the now with trust. Everything you've prayed for is aligning right now in the unseen realm. What you thought was delay was really direction. What you thought was rejection was redirection toward divine fulfillment. God has been protecting this connection, even when it looked broken. The angels have been working tirelessly to ensure that when it returns pure, untainted by confusion or ego. Your person is being spiritually refined, and so are you. When the divine moment arrives, you'll recognize it not because of words, but because of peace. You'll see God's fingerprints all over it. The angels will confirm it in your heart before your mind even understands. That's how you'll know this time is different. So, beloved, stay ready. Stay grounded in gratitude. Continue walking in faith, and trust that heaven is aligning everything in perfect order. You are not forgotten. You are being divinely favored. Your love story is still being written, and its next chapter will be more beautiful than you can imagine. If this message has touched your spirit today, please like this video and share it with your friends and family. Someone you know may need to hear this very word of confirmation. And don't forget to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss when we share another divine message just like this. Before you go, I want you to type in the comments below, blessed and ready. This is your declaration of faith. Your sign to heaven that you are ready to receive what God has promised. When you type those words, you are speaking alignment into existence. Stay with me, beloved, because in the next part, we will bring this message to its divine conclusion. The angels will reveal the final truth about your special person, the ultimate purpose of this connection, and what heaven wants you to understand as you move forward into the next chapter of your life. Heaven is preparing to seal this revelation with peace and clarity. Beloved soul, the angels are saying that the final part of this revelation is not just about understanding your special person. It's about understanding yourself through this connection. Every divine bond that God places in your life has purpose, and the angels want you to see the bigger picture now. What's happening between you and this person is far greater than just love. It's a divine lesson in faith, patience, and unconditional grace. You've been wondering why this connection was so powerful, so unexplainable, and yet so complicated. The angels are revealing that this person was sent into your life to awaken something deep inside you, the part of you that had forgotten your own divine worth. Your love for them was never meant to diminish you. It was meant to help you remember the strength and compassion that already lived within you. There were moments where you questioned your value, wondering if you were not enough, if maybe you were the reason things fell apart. But the angels are saying, you were never the problem, you were the catalyst. Your light stirred something in them that they weren't ready to confront. And sometimes when you shine too brightly for someone still trapped in shadows, they step back, not because your light is wrong, but because they don't yet know how to stand in their own. Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden." You were never meant to dim to make someone else comfortable. You were meant to shine so they could find their way. And that's exactly what's been happening. Even from a distance, your energy, your prayers, your unwavering faith have been guiding your special person back toward healing and self-awareness. The shocking truth the angels want you to understand now is that this entire journey, the connection, the silence, the waiting, was not punishment. It was preparation. God needed to teach you both how to love without attachment, how to give without losing yourself, and how to trust even when you couldn't see the full picture. Isaiah 55:8-9 reminds us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." You may not have understood why God allowed the separation, but heaven saw what you couldn't, that both hearts needed refinement before reunion could bring restoration. Your special person had to learn that love cannot be built on fear. And you had to learn that love cannot be sustained through waiting alone. It must flow freely from peace. That's why God has been working in both of your hearts separately, molding you into versions of yourselves that can carry divine love without breaking under its weight. The angels are saying that this connection has been a mirror of your growth. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven smiled. Every time you prayed instead of panicked, you moved closer to your blessing. Every time you released your need to control, you gave God permission to take over. And that surrender, that quiet, sacred surrender, is what has shifted everything. Your special person has been feeling this shift too. They can't explain it, but lately, something feels different. The distractions that once satisfied them no longer bring comfort. The noise of the world feels heavy, and the only time their heart feels peace is when they think of you. That's not nostalgia, that's divine remembrance. Their soul is recognizing what God has already declared, that your connection carries purpose. The angels say they are being guided to see the truth clearly now. The confusion is fading, and their heart is awakening to what it always knew, that this connection is not ordinary. They're beginning to realize that no matter where they go, peace only exists when they're aligned with God's will, and God's will is drawing them back to truth, back to reconciliation, back to the one connection that mirrors divine love. But the angels also say that this final revelation isn't just about them returning, it's about you rising. You are stepping into a new chapter of your spiritual journey, one where you no longer wait in uncertainty, but walk in confidence. The love you've given, the prayers you've spoken, and the faith you've kept have become seeds that heaven is now watering. You're about to witness fruit from your patience. Psalm 126:5 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy." Every tear you've cried, every moment of surrender, every prayer whispered in silence, it's all been seen. Heaven has counted each one, and now the time for joy is approaching. The season of uncertainty is shifting into revelation. The angels say, "You will understand soon why it all had to happen this way." Your special person's awakening is nearly complete. They've been battling between the pull of the world and the call of the Spirit, and the angels are saying that soon, their surrender will be complete. They will stop fighting the connection and start embracing it. Their heart will no longer resist what their soul already knows, that this love is divine. But the angels also want you to remember that when they return, when the truth is finally exposed, it's not about validation or proving who was right or wrong. It's about forgiveness, compassion, and a new beginning. True divine love doesn't seek to win. It seeks to heal. It's not about who hurt more, but about how both of you can grow stronger together under God's grace. Colossians 3:14 says, "And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity." The unity coming your way will not be fragile. It will be built on understanding, maturity, and spiritual alignment. It will be the kind of love that stands firm through time because it's rooted in purpose. Not passion alone. The angels are revealing that when this truth is finally spoken, when your person confesses their feelings, their regrets, their realizations, your heart will feel peace instead of shock. Because deep down, your spirit already knows. You've known all along. That's why you couldn't let go, why you couldn't forget, why you always felt that quiet knowing inside your soul. Heaven placed that knowing in you as a promise, a whisper from God that said, "Be patient, I'm still working." And beloved, God has been working beautifully. The person who once ran will return not as the same soul, but as someone renewed. They will come with honesty, humility, and gratitude. They will see your worth not through emotion, but through revelation. They will realize that loving you isn't just about desire, it's about destiny. When that moment comes, remember this truth. You were never waiting for them. You were waiting with God, and God never wastes a wait. The angels say that everything you learn during this journey, self-worth, boundaries, spiritual strength, will become the foundation for a love that lasts. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. And character, hope. That hope is now ready to bloom into reality. The pain you endured was never in vain. It built the faith needed to sustain what's coming. Now, the angels are asking you to do something sacred as this message comes to its close. Take a moment, close your eyes, and speak these words in your heart. God, I trust you. I release control. I surrender timing. And I receive what is meant for me in divine peace. That prayer will anchor you in faith as the rest unfolds. Heaven is already aligning the right moment, the right words, the right divine encounter that will change everything. You don't need to worry or wonder. All you need to do is stay ready in faith. The shocking truth about your special person is this: they were never your lesson. They were your destiny in disguise. And the delay was never denial, it was divine design. Everything that was unclear is becoming clear. What was once hidden is being revealed. God's timing is unfolding perfectly, and soon, you will understand why the waiting was necessary. Psalm 37:7 says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him." Do not fret when people succeed in their ways. Your stillness is your strength now. Let peace be your position. Let faith be your focus. Beloved soul, the angels are saying, get ready. Because when God moves, He moves suddenly. The very moment you stop looking for signs will be the moment the sign appears. When you least expect it, the truth will show up, and it will confirm everything you've felt all along. If this message has touched your spirit today, take a moment to like this video so others can find it too. Someone else out there needs to be reminded that God is still writing their story, and your engagement can help them find hope again. Before you go, I want you to write "blessed and ready" in the comments. That's your faith declaration, your sign to heaven that you are ready to receive clarity, peace, and divine alignment. Those 3 words carry power. They tell God, I'm not afraid of the truth. I'm ready for it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss when a divine word like this one is released. Every message shared here is prayed over, crafted to speak peace and revelation into your heart, and to remind you that you are never alone. Your story isn't finished, beloved. The truth about your special person is unfolding even now, and the next chapter will be one of peace, clarity, and divine restoration. The angels are smiling as they whisper, what's coming will make sense of everything. So hold your faith high, walk in peace, and remember, heaven's timing is perfect. The truth has already been written, and soon, you'll see it revealed before your eyes. May you be covered in grace, guided by angels, and blessed with divine love. Beloved soul, as we bring this divine message to a close, take one last deep breath and let peace settle into your heart. You've walked through revelation, truth, and healing in this message, and the angels are saying, Now you understand what your spirit has always known. Everything you've been through, every prayer you've whispered, every moment you felt alone, it all led to this point of divine clarity. The truth about your special person is no longer hidden. You now see how deeply heaven has been involved in your story from the very beginning. God has been aligning both of your hearts, even when it seemed silent. And what's ahead, beloved, is not confusion, it's confirmation. What's coming next will bring peace where there was once uncertainty, love where there was once longing, and understanding where there was once pain. So as you leave this message, remember that your angels are still surrounding you. You are not forgotten, you are not behind, and your love story is still unfolding in divine timing. You are walking into a new chapter filled with faith, clarity, and divine promise. Before you go, I want you to take a moment and type "blessed and ready" in the comments below. Let heaven see your declaration. Let your angels know that you are ready for the truth, ready for the blessings, and ready for the divine love that God has prepared for you. And if this message has touched your heart, please like this video. It helps others find this same message of peace and divine guidance. You never know whose spirit might be lifted today because you shared what inspired you. Take a moment to share this video with your friends and family. Someone you know is praying for clarity, just like you once were. You could be the reason they find their confirmation and peace today. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss when we post another divine message from heaven. Each word shared here is prayed over and created to bring light to your path, hope to your heart, and faith to your journey. Remember, beloved, God's timing is always perfect. The truth will always reveal itself when your heart is ready to receive it. Keep walking in faith, keep expecting miracles, and keep believing that everything meant for you is already on its way. May the peace of God rest upon you tonight. May your angels guard your dreams and guide your steps. And may your heart remain open to the beautiful surprises heaven has prepared for you. Thank you for spending this sacred time here with me. I'm honored to walk beside you on this journey of faith and divine revelation. Until next time, stay faithful, stay hopeful, and stay connected to the light within you. God bless you always, beloved, and I'll see you again in the next message.